Hey guys, welcome to Tuesday. All right, so yesterday you guys looked at multiple step equations and you did really good, and I'm super proud of you. Today we're going to kind of take a different step and we're going to look at square root equations, okay? We're going to just take a baby step into the shallow end. We're really in the baby end of the pool, like where the water's only this deep, with square root equations and what's overall known as radical equations, all right? They get kind of big and wild, but they're pretty fun. What we're going to do today is very simple. It involves two steps, really just one, and we'll see how we do. So first things first, what is a square root? Square root of something is the opposite of squaring something, okay? Just like if we're solving an equation, we do the opposite operation. These are opposites. Okay. So if you have like x squared and you take that square root, the square root and the square actually cancel each other out. So this is just equal to x. It is actually, though, equal to both positive and negative x. If you square a number, you will always get a positive number. So for instance, say we take -2. -2 squared is 4. 2 squared is also 4. So if we take the square root of 4, we can get both of these answers potentially, okay? Don't think too far into it. Just know you gotta have a plus or a minus there. All right. So let's look at how we do this, all right? Let's say I have x squared equals 25. So what we do whenever we get something like this, first thing we do, take the square root on both sides. On this side, that cancels out. So we have x equals the square root of 25. Now you're going to open up your calculator. You should have a square root button on there. It looks just like that. You don't want to use the one if it has either like a, okay, my phone doesn't have this one on it, but if you have like an X or a Y right here, don't use that one. That's for like roots that are bigger than 2. You just want to use the plain one that looks like that. And again, if you don't have a calculator like this, what you can do, you can download on your phone. If you have a phone, you can also go to desmos.com and they have a free scientific calculator that you can use. All right, so if we take the square root of 25, we would get 5. Now we have to know that that is both positive and negative, and that's our answer. So right now, because I can't just collect work that you guys can write on, how do you put this into the worksheet that I give you on Blackboard, right? It's a Google Forms sheet. I know I can write really awesome equations and stuff in there. I have an editor that lets me do that. You guys probably don't, and that's okay. You don't have to go get one for this. So when you do this, you're going to do a plus sign, a division sign, or backslash, a minus sign, and then 5. And that'll work, okay? If you need help with this, don't trip too much over putting your answer in. If you need help, you just let me know. And if you'd rather like just write your answers on a piece of paper, take a picture of that and just text it to me. It's okay. I'll take it that way. All righty, let's try another one. Let's say I give you this one. 64 equals x squared. But Andrea, they're on the wrong sides. It don't matter. It's all good. First thing we're going to do, we're going to take the square root of each side. We always know to take the square root if there's ever something that says x squared, y squared, a squared, b squared. If it's something squared, we take the square root. Those cancel. Now we have x equals the square root of 64. What is the square root of 64? If you put it in your calculator, or if you're just really quick with math facts, you might know. If not, put it in a calculator. I am pro calculator. I don't care if you have to use that calculator right now. It's good. If we were in class, I might push you to figure this out without one, but right now, I don't mind. So the square root of 64 is 8 equals x. What are we missing? If you said we're missing the plus and the minus in front, you are absolutely correct. Good job. And that's your answer. Not too bad so far, right? I hope so. But if you're struggling, just let me know. And all these notes are right below this video for you. Okay, the last one. X squared equals 50. Okay? First things first, you guessed it, we're going to take that square root on each side. So now we get x equals the square root of 50. The square root of 50 is not a pretty number like the square root of 25 and the square root of 64 was. There's not a perfect square root of 50. So there's two things that you can do. You can leave your answer just like this. And to put it in, if you want to write square root, if you do SQRT 50, so if you type it just like that, that's perfect. If you want to write out the whole word square root, perfect. If you just want to write it on a piece of paper and send it to me that way, awesome. All right. So that's one way to do it. The other way is you can actually type in the square root of 50 into a calculator. You're going to get a long decimal, just round it. So you could also get that x equals positive or negative 7.1. All right. Now, these are both perfectly acceptable answers for me. Totally happy. I think you did a perfect job. If you have questions, let me know. If you will be taking a standardized test at any point, so if you're going to be taking like the ACT or any question that's like that for multiple choice, maybe you take the SAT, maybe you take the PSAT, there's other ones out there that the name's just not right on top of my head. They're going to put answers unlike these two on there to try and trick you. Okay, so I'm going to show you real quick. If you don't want to worry about that right now, you can quit watching and go ahead and try the work. I'm going to show you how to simplify the square root of 50 perfectly. Okay, so say we start with the square root of 50. What we do is I break it down into factors, meaning what times what is 50. And I keep breaking those factors down until they're prime numbers. They can't go down any further, okay? So for 50, and if you don't know, start with the smallest ones you do know. 50 can be divided by 2. 2 times 25 is 50. To get to 25, we can multiply 5 times 5. 2 and 5, those are prime numbers. We can't break these factors down anymore. What we do, we look for pairs of something. So right here, we have 2 5s. Whenever we have a pair, we take one of them out. So that 5 comes outside. This 2 here, it's by itself. It doesn't have a partner to go outside with, okay? It's scary outside. It doesn't want to go out there by itself. It's going to stay inside. So this is a simplified answer. It can also be 5 times the square root of 2. Okay, let's do one more. Okay, just to try it out. This isn't what your problems are going to be on today. Problems are just going to be on solving square root equations. So another one would be, say for instance, we have 80. Let's break it down. I always like to start with the 2's. So 2 times 40 is 80. For 20, I know 2 times 20 is 40. Now 20, I know, is 4 times 5. And 4 is 2 times 2. So on this one, I have 2 pairs. I have one pair of 2's here, and I have another pair of 2's here. it's okay that they're not on the same branch, okay? The only thing left over is 5. So when I bring those 2's out, they're gonna come out. This one comes out as a 2. This one comes out as a 2, and we're gonna multiply those. Make that a little bigger. That 5, he stays inside. He doesn't have a partner with to go outside, and he's too scared, okay? So our answer for this one would be 4 square root of 5. All right. So don't get too caught up on this if you want to use this method. I'm super proud of you. If not, I'm still proud of you, okay? If you need help with the equations, let me know. And if you have any questions, let me know. All right, good luck, guys.